titled Kanu, Gumi, Mamu, and the Terrorists, A Nation's Contrasting Justice. As Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, dilly-dallies some of the complexities of his terrorism case and the controversial national discourse that has ensued after that, it is essential for us to reflect on how it is that we got to this point as a people. The Nigeria of today is a nation where evil acts, outright violence, are being treated as a tolerable product of our differences, particularly religious, ethnic, and regional ones. The seeds of this self-inflicted and self-indicting predicament were sown long ago, but the present reality is perhaps the starkest that we have ever seen. Non-state actors who engage in extrajudicial terrorist violence are frequently treated with leniency, sometimes even without an arrest, let alone a prosecution. According to the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, FIJ, in a report on April 11, 2024, the Nigerian authorities have released 2,163 former Boko Haram terrorists in 9 years, with 390 more set to be freed as at that time. These individuals, according to the report, were described as repentant terrorists. They undergo a 6-month de-radicalization program and then reintegrated into society. This is how FIJ put it, and I quote, "These thousands who have engaged in acts of terror have found a path made by the government through which they can escape prosecution." End of quote. That is instructive. Similarly, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, a prominent cleric known for negotiating with the terrorists in northern parts of the country, reportedly warned the Nigerian military against actions that could undermine certain so-called peace deals that he has with terrorists. In a statement posted on Gumi's official Facebook, he said, and I quote, "Any attempt by security forces to engage the hardened Fulani terrorists risk plunging communities back into violence," unquote. To further drive home the point about some of these absurdities that we now see and tolerate, there was actually a meeting with the traditional rulers and community leaders in Faskari local government area in Katsina State, with several wanted terrorist leaders in attendance, including Ado Alero, a wanted kingpin. Alero, the Fulani terrorist kingpin, reportedly stated openly at that meeting that he increased the intensity of his attacks on various communities and armed forces after operatives of the state security agency arrested one of his members, unquote. He was saying this at the meeting. These quotes were reported by People's Chronicles on September 21, 2025. Now, Sheikh Gumi's stance and this kind of relationship with terrorists and bandits in the north continue to brew controversy, particularly given Sheikh Gumi's own history with negotiation and terrorists. Don't forget that Sheikh Gumi was recently deported from Saudi Arabia as a security threat, and he was barred from performing the Hajj pilgrimage ostensibly because of his pro-terrorist rhetoric and conduct. But here at home in Nigeria, it's a different story. What about the case of Bello Turji, who has been linked to numerous attacks on civilians and security personnel around the country? Despite being wanted by the authorities, Turji remains at large, and his actions continue to terrorize communities. On occasions, military onslaught against him have been perverted. All these circumstances, they raise questions about the effectiveness of our security agencies and the government's commitment to tackling terrorism and have an equal justice regime. Indeed, there are compelling questions about government strategy in dealing with terrorism. Are we prioritizing dialogue over prosecutorial justice? Or is it a convoluted combination of both? The lack of clarity on the issue only adds to the confusion and frustration among Nigerians who demand equal rights and justice for all, regardless of ethnic, regional backgrounds, or social status, especially in the face of persistent insecurity and killings in our country. Now, against this backdrop, Nnamdi Kanu's situation appears to be a test of the overall national judicial system's integrity. While many Nigerians condemn Kanu's action, the selective application of justice is also glaring. In a redeeming instance, Tukru Mamu, an alleged terrorist negotiator, is undergoing trial. But this isolated case of Mamu only underscores the system's inconsistencies. It was Professor Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate, in a public lecture entitled When is a Nation?, who argued that a nation is continually being forged through the collective actions and pursuit of justice by its inhabitants. Put differently, what the professor was trying to say is that the absence of justice is destructive to nation building. And that is what we must say again. It is a fundamental concern that we have a justice system that operates on different standards for different people. The disparity in treatment is not only limited to individuals, it extends to entire regions and communities. As Chinua Achebe once said, Nigeria is not a nation, it is a mere geographical expression. And he was echoing what Chief Obafemi Awolowo said in the 40s. These inconsistencies in justice and governance are a stark reminder that we still have a long way to go before we can truly call ourselves a nation. And so as we move forward, it is essential to address the root causes of all of these issues. We need to examine our justice system, our security architecture, and our societal values. We must ask ourselves, what kind of nation do we want to build? One where justice is blind, or one where it is selectively applied based on ethnicity, religion, or... The answers to these questions will determine the future of our nation and the fate of our citizens. Ultimately, Nigeria's survival as a nation depends on our ability to build a just and equitable society. We must strive for a justice system that is blind to ethnicity, religion, and social status, and that holds everyone accountable for their actions. Anything less than that.
This clip what I just finished watching now, my wonderful people, I want us to just come down to analyze this clip, and I would like you to just pay your utmost attention as I roll, and I will try as much as I can to make sure that I don't use any word that is derogatory to anybody. But in case you are wondering why must I use this word, that ZUU have already taken Biafra, or rather IPOB, out of terrorists. I mean they have taken them out as a terrorist organization. Now IPOB is a legitimate entity to struggle for Biafra independence. Why do I say so? If you look at this clip very well, you'll find out that this guy on this analyzing this message, where it's coming from, their station are the ones that are being used. Always channel television, forget about Arise, they don't usually use that word prescribed IPOB or prescribed leader of indigenous people of Biafra. But TVC and the channel television always IPOB, terrorist organization. Then that brings me to what really changed, because this guy, I always follow his program. He always refer IPOB as a prescribed terrorist organization. So does it mean that behind our back, the same way they go from the back to prescribe IPOB, they have also go from the back to unprescribe IPOB? That is the question I want us to answer at the comment section of this video. Yes, things they happen. You know, they say the fear of Trump is the beginning of the wisdom. But to confirm all these things, let's wait until 20th of this month to know exactly Where is the stand of IPOB in the matter? Listen to me and listen good. I am not preaching on behalf of ZUU. You know, some people have already begun to say, hey, I have compromised simply because you are not seeing me regularly, maybe posting about Ngozo Rabeza and the rest of them. My brother, I have my challenges. I have been struggling for some months now without not telling you or telling anybody, because you have your own struggle, I have my own struggle, and I have every reason to do whatever I choose to do. Yes, I owe you my fans, the right to explain to explain certain things to you, but not everything. I have been struggling in an island, in a land that I don't have you. There's no mother, there's no father, there's no any sister or brother to even cry on to. Even if I cry to you, you that say that I have compromised, it won't even help. So what is the need of coming to cry? A lot of people, when they have problems, they will just rally their fans. Hey, look at what I'm facing, and they begin to contribute. But why must I cry to you? Even helper sometimes always need help. At least I have done 1 or 2 times giveaway on this my channel, if I'm not mistaken. So helper also need help sometimes. So don't even come to my comments and say, oh, I have compromised simply because I don't begin to sing the kind of music you want to dance. That I don't sing the music you don't, the kind of music you want to dance does not mean the music I sing that that some people out there are not dancing it. Not every music that Davido sing you will like and I will like, and not every song that Whiskey sing that I will hate. And I cannot force you to hate what I hate. So for you to be coming to say, yeah, I have compromised simply because the music I'm singing is not to your own tone or the way you want it. My brother, make on they use brain now. Make on they use brain. You are dealing with human beings. Sometimes your comment self is not even encouraging somebody at all. You are watching somebody's content. You are watching the person doing everything he can to make sure that at least every news that passes through the wave, he capture it and bring it to you. The only thing you are waiting is the day the person that will backslide, and then you will mock him that day. There is God. Last, posterity will judge all of us, whether we do good or bad. That is a simple thing. Nature is real. So continue doing whatever you are doing. Continue looking for my downfall. My brother, you will fall before me. That is the only thing I can promise you. You that always look for my downfall, the only thing you want to comment is any day you see me make one single mistake. I have over 4,000 videos on my channel. Out of that 4,300. Out of that 4,300 videos on my YouTube channel and other ones on my other platforms. You only waiting for that one day that one will just mistaken. Maybe I misuse some word that you don't want to use, or maybe I say things out of ignorance or out of anger. You pick it up from there. Hey, this guy don't backslide. Hey, he's supporting the ZUU. Okay, there's a video I posted last time when I talked about the Anambra State election. Okay, that election never happened. You want me to come here and begin to sing praises? Hey, no election. Are you okay? Election never happened. How many heads fought that day yesterday? You that is coming to tell me, oh, you are coming to the election. Hey, you are compromised. Hey, you are doing that. Now, when and why? I don't blame those people who keep on using abusive language of people who are watching their content. I don't blame them. But I don't know how to do that. Maybe I have to start to doing that. Because the only thing we do as the Igbos is just looking for the downfall of our own fellow Igbos. Go to the internet, go to the X. I'm fighting there every day. My 2 accounts have been flagged, where I'm defending the integrity of the Igbos, where the Yoruba bastard and baboons are rubbishing us. Use all manner of tricks to write propaganda, writing things that are not even good for somebody to hear. You will see it, you will do eyes right. But when you see your own brother, instead of you to encourage him in what he's doing, the only thing you will do is just to make sure you flog him so that he will just mix track and then you will clap. Hey, he don't fall. Igbo love themselves. I have seen on that. On our way down. Anyway, the message you just watch finish now. All the very, very simple. And the way I'm going to explain it is from the comment section of this video, because I'm already angry already. I'm already angry. So what am I trying to say? Prescribing IPOB from the back door. And now they have gone to the back door to prescribe IPOB. The other day, I watched one guy, they call it Otitoji or whatever they call that idiot, that Yoruba demon that look like Ekwensu. He always call Biafra, prescribe IPOB, prescribe IPOB. The other day, I watched their channel, I watched their program. I never hear something of such. And this is started since Donald Trump says I am coming. Because they leave people they're supposed to call terrorists, and they're calling the Igbos, the Biafrans, terrorists. Could you imagine that Fulanis planned coup? Then the Yoruba bastard and baboons forget to call their names. They forget to even backlash them on the internet. None of them. All their so-called propaganda the APC are paying to make sure that they rubbish the image of the Igbos. None of them is talking. Everybody everywhere was silent. Let one Igbo name happens to find its way, maybe directly or indirectly, into that list, my brother. Lagos would have, Lagos and all that places would have been boiling. They would have been started even demolition or burning the markets of the Igbos. But everywhere was calm. That is the war we keep on fighting on daily basis, which nobody see. And I'm not even telling you for you to praise me. But you that always look for my downfall, go to X. If you don't have account, open it, go there and fight our fight. Not fighting your own brother is where you have strength. On the time well, Igbo let themselves. I don't see where I love them on ourselves well. I've got because we love one. Looking for one person, another of your brother's downfall. That is where you will just clap hand. You even go to bar, declare drink for people that your brother have fallen. Igbo love themselves. I don't see them now. Why I bring the message is not because I want to bring it. I bring that message, or rather I brought that message to you so that you will know that IPOB is no more a terrorist organization. According to them, because before we are not a terrorist organization, because no any news outlet have even prescribed IPOB. There's no any government official from any other country that say IPOB is a terrorist organization. Only ZUU government, but now they don't start to re-strategize. There's one, if you are following my my program very well, there's one Adeni Enioluwa of NigeriaNews.com that always, any day she posted something, either she or he. I think I have checked the guy handle on X. He's a man. Any day that guy posted something about IPOB on Nnamdi Kanu, he must surely use that prescribed IPOB. Now, they are no more using it. All of them, they don't back off. What happened? Since Trump said, I'm coming for the terrorists. You that say IPOB is a terrorist. IPOB is this, IPOB is that. And then, Trump said, I am coming for the terrorists to wipe them away. You turn back again and begin to say, oh, Igbos are the one who reported a Nigerian matter to to Donald Trump and the White House. You can imagine that rubbish. Oh, so you people now have turned back now to love the Igbos. That is when all of them now have stopped calling IPOB terrorists. Forget about the bastard and baboons that are full X. I know how to treat their matter. But let's face those ones on all their media outlets that keep on calling prescribe. Now, all of their mouths don't shut because Donald Trump is coming. When the time is right. Here are just few comments I will take before I round up because there's no time. Bruno Chimeze said, nothing like one Nigeria. Okay. His Big Show said, law work where Igbo men and women are. Of course, that is exactly what we see. Okay, there's a small article here and I'm going to read it. After reading it, then we'll round up because it's a little bit a lot. He said, the bad attitude of Sheikh Gumi by Lucas Captor. Okay. In a country as religiously and ethnically diverse as Nigeria, the words and actions of public figures, especially religious leaders, carry enormous weight. Sheikh Ahmed Gumi is an Islamic cleric known for his outspoken nature, has drawn widespread criticism over his controversial comments and approach to issues of national security. Over the years, Sheikh Gumi has positioned himself as a self-proclaimed mediator between the government and armed bandits operating in parts of northern Nigeria. However, his repeated public statements defending or rationalizing the actions of these criminal groups have raised serious ethical and moral concerns. Many Nigerians see his attitude as insensitive to the countless victims who have suffered kidnappings, killings, and displacement at the hands of these same bandits. Rather than promoting unity and peace, Sheikh Gumi's remarks often appear to deepen divisions and mistrust among Nigerians. A true religious leader should stand for justice, compassion, and what they call accountability, not offer excuses for those who disrupt the peace and stability of the society. In times like these, when the nation is battling insecurity, poverty, and political instability, religious leaders must rise above bias and act as moral compasses. Their words should bring healing not further pain. If Sheikh Gumi truly desires peace, he must raise his tone and his messages and his role in public discourse. Nigeria needs bridge builders, not voices that reinforce suspicions and divisions. I think now here we go take back break, because a lot of comments follow this that post you just finished word. But let me just end it here. I would like to hear what you think concerning this matter. I beg, don't come to my comment section and begin to cry again, or begin to shout, or begin to make all kind of unguarded statement. You wanna go force me to begin to use derogatory words on the people who I supposed to please, because I'm here to please you. I'm working for you. I am not working for myself. I am working for you. So I am supposed to be a servant, not a leader. Unlike what we have there, they say they are leaders. They are not leaders. Once you are in a public domain, you are a servant to the people who watches you, who listens to you, and the people who interact with you. So I am one of your servants. So I'm not supposed to use the derogatory word, but please do not force me into using such words. It is not good. It is not good, please. I beg you in the name of whatever you believe. Anyway, have a nice day. Happy Sunday. And make sure you share this video on all platforms that you belong. If you are watching me from YouTube, my brother, subscribe. If you are watching me from Facebook, please kindly try as much as you can to make sure you follow. On TikTok, follow. On Instagram, follow. In fact, anywhere where you see us, Okute Daily Talk channel too. Please follow us like your village people. And may God Almighty bless you as you do that. Ngwan, my people.